Resign now. Charles puts royal on the verge of collapse by overstepping legal limit on green kick. Prince Charles has been slammed by Nigel Farage for risking the future of the royal family. Nigel Farage claimed that Prince Charles is breaking legislation from the 17th century that stated a monarch should be apolitical. The Prince of Wales has been a big voice about the climate crisis in recent weeks. The Prince even attended the COP26 climate change summit in Glasgow and gave a speech, stating that time has run out. Nigel Farage discussed the future of the royal family on GB News. Mr. Farage said, "They are discredited in every single way. But it's Prince Charles that worries me. Part of the constitutional settlement back in the 17th century was that the monarch did not interfere in politics. Charles is getting too close to big globalist institutions, demanding more legislation. He's on this green kick. He's on this, we're all going to die stuff. Whether he's right or not, isn't the point. I think he's getting too deeply involved in politics. He needs to butt out." Charles has been an avid campaigner for climate change throughout his life. He follows in the footsteps of his father, Prince Philip, who spoke about the climate crisis 50 years ago. Charles has been criticized for his decision to use a private jet to travel to the climate summit, as it emits more carbon emissions than any other mode of transport. His son Prince William and Catherine chose to travel by train and electric car, as they were praised for reading the room. The Queen did not attend COP26 due to health issues and doctor's orders to rest. Meghan Markle wrote her now infamous letter to her father asking him to stop talking to the media to protect her husband, Prince Harry, from constant berating by his family before their 2018 wedding. A trove of text messages released Friday by London's Court of Appeal sensationally revealed. In a heretofore unprecedented glimpse into the troubled relationship between Harry and Prince Charles, Meghan wrote to her former communications chief, Jason Knauf, that she was writing the letter to her estranged father, Thomas Markle, because Harry was being pressured by his father. In a series of texts to Knauf, which he turned over to the court, Meghan wrote of her plan to write the letter. "The catalyst for my doing this is seeing how much pain this is causing H. Even after a week with his dad and endlessly explaining the situation, his family seem to forget the context, and revert to can't she just go and see him and make this stop. They fundamentally don't understand, so at least by writing H will be able to say to his family. She wrote him a letter and he is still doing it. By taking this form of action I protect my husband from this constant berating, and while unlikely perhaps it will give my father a moment to pause." Meghan sued Associated Newspapers Limited, ANL, after the Mail on Sunday published excerpts of the letter, which she said violated her privacy and copyright. ANL argued that Meghan intended or expected the letter to leak, and wrote it with the assistance of her communications office, and therefore she should have had a lower expectation of privacy around it than for a normal private letter. It also argued that Thomas Markle was entitled to release it because one of Meghan's friends discussed the letter in an interview and, in his view, mischaracterized it. Meghan won that case with a summary judgment. The judge effectively unilaterally decided that there was absolutely no chance of ANL winning the case and stopped it. ANL is appealing that decision, and as part of its appeal has produced new evidence from Knauf, who has submitted emails, texts, and a new witness statement that appear to undermine Meghan's version of events. The appeal concluded Thursday, however the texts were released Friday and were somewhat redacted. Released